one seasoned chef, 3 random ingredients, and 3 tough judges. It's time for Stump the Chef. Today, award-winning chef Matt Weaver will set his creative culinary skills against his toughest opponent yet. Let's see today's random ingredients.
Oysters, beets, and canned peaches?
Now, let's play Stump the Chef.
I think I'll try a southwestern approach. It's not known for its oysters. What else can I do?
And he's off.
Jumping right into this, I gotta say, Matt's got the deck stacked against him today with fruits, vegetables, and shellfish. I have no idea what he's got in store for us. What do you think?
Well, first of all, that is a waste of peach juice. I love that stuff. It's so nutritious. Don't waste it again, Matt. But what I'm really excited about here is the fact that he said Southwestern. I love Southwestern. I love nachos, and I hope that's what he's making me.
Yeah, I'm sure we've got nachos up ahead of us. Yeah, my guess is going to be he's going for a bouillabaisse, some sort of fish stew, probably using the peaches as a substitute for the orange peel that's normally used.
Oh, well, that's what an educated person would say, but I have to tell you, he said Southwestern. He's going to try to surprise us. Matt's so creative sometimes, I'm not even sure if he's wearing pants today.
And he's taken the tomatoes, onions, and peaches, mixed them all up in a bowl there, adding a little squeeze of lime, and at this point, I have to say, this could easily still be the basis for a soup.
With honey, that's such a dumb idea, you must be heavily hungover. I'm standing on my nacho theory, I'm not going to break a chip, and I'll be eating nachos by the end of this, I promise. Let me tell you, what's little known is that all 3 of these ingredients historically are known as aphrodisiacs, so we don't know how the judges are going to react to it, and we definitely don't know how they're going to react to each other after.
Yeah, because nothing gets me excited like beets. He added a little salt, cilantro after that, and I believe that was chili powder there at the end. At this point, this could still be a soup, but I've got my doubts. And it looks like Matt's pulling out the big guns now, slicing up those beets with a mandolin. I'm glad to see that he's using the hand guard here. Very sharp blade on these tools. You always want to be incredibly careful when using kitchen instruments like this.
That's very true. My pappy lost his left thumb while using a kitchen banjo, a much larger, much more dangerous version of this.
You are so full of...
Sorry to interrupt, guys, but it's time for Matt's Tangent.
Oysters are mollusks. Their shells, highly calcified, surround a soft body inside. Mature at 1 year, oysters start off as males, but by the 2nd or 3rd year, they become female. Oysters can be enjoyed in numerous ways, such as grilled, fried, or smoked. Now, fresh oysters must be live to be eaten. A dead oyster will taste bad and could definitely cause sickness. A closed oyster is good, an open oyster is bad. Give an open oyster a tap. If it doesn't close, it's dead. Now, my favorite way to enjoy oysters is raw, on the half shell, with some lemon juice, some cocktail sauce. Very simple, but very tasty. Enjoy.
Meanwhile, back in the kitchen.
And it looks like Matt's frying something up here. Not exactly sure what he's got going on.
I think those are the beets.
You may be right. It looks like he soaked those in warm water for a little while and then drained them, laid them out to pat them dry, and he seems to be frying those up now to get some sort of beet chip going. Not exactly sure what part that's going to play in the meal.
Maybe a nacho chip?
Could be. He dredged them in flour before frying them up. Keeping in mind that we have yet to see the oysters here, I still think we're far from saying nachos are going to be the meal of the day. And there's the oysters that we've been waiting for. It looks like Matt's going to be frying those up as well. He's got his flour, milk, and breadcrumbs all lined up there. Looks like he got a nice breading on them before deep frying them. We got deep fried oysters now. We got deep fried beet chips. I'll admit defeat. I don't think this is a soup. I still think it's a far cry from nachos.
I am going to be eating some nachos tonight, and you're going to be crying in them, my friend. But the only person that can really tell us what's going on is Matt. And I want to ask him, Matt, what the heck are you thinking?
Well, these ingredients really didn't go together, but I pulled a mad scientist move on it, and as soon as I came up with the beet chip, I think I put together something really, really good. I just hope the judges really like oysters. If they don't...
And nothing definitive from Matt this time. Looks like he's keeping it a little close to the vest.
Yeah, well, a sawbuck in my wallet says we're eating nachos.
You make that a C note, and you're on.
It's plating time.
Laying out the beet chips here, it looks like Matt's going for a nice clean presentation.
Of his nachos.
Wouldn't exactly call them nachos just yet. He's putting the fried oyster on top of those beet chips.
Nachos.
As soon as I hear Matt call them nachos, I'll be more than happy to pay up. But until that moment, I'm still seeing beet chips, fried oysters. He's got some sort of
peach salsa,
sauce
which is spicy,
on top.
which makes them nachos.
Nachos or not, I gotta say, these are looking pretty good to me.
You owe me $100, my friend.
Looks good to me, but let's see what our judges have to say about that.
Today I made for you some beet oyster nachos. I took the beets, I sliced them, I fried them to a crispy chip, topped them with a fried oyster, and then I made a peach pico de gallo, little cilantro and honey, and I think I made a winner. I think you'll really like it. I just hope you like oysters. Enjoy.
I'll tell you what, man, it was really tasty. I really like the fact that the bitterness of the oyster came out with the honey and the sweetness of the canned peach. And the beet chip, I tell you what, it was a nice contrast with that altogether. So I'm surprised about what you plated here. I would recommend it to some of my friends. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna dig in for another one.
It's amazing, very unique, taking the beet chip, taking the oyster. They all work so well together. It reminds me of like an Indian dish that I used to have. It's excellent. I would never have imagined that you could take these three things and get that flavor out of it. So yeah, well done. And I'm just like Joe, I'm gonna have another one too.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I love that. The beet chip, I want more. The salsa, it's fantastic. I actually liked the oyster. Did great, Matt.
Well, I heard you really didn't like seafood, so I'm really glad you liked it.
Let's tally the votes. It's unanimous. Matt, you passed.
Yeah, I did. I did really well. I turned something I wasn't sure of into an excellent dish. This is something I'd serve to my friends. I had a lot of fun making it. I hope you had fun. Don't be afraid of the kitchen. See you next time.
That's it for this episode of Stump the Chef.